Good morning. My name is Terry Morgan. This is my cat Shin. It's Friday, April 17th, and we are here for the mid-morning stretch. Do some stretches and we'll pet the cat. And she has learned that this is a good time to come and get petted. Yeah, she has. Good cat. Alright, feet about shoulder width apart. We're going to do our forward stretch. Big circle all the way out. Bend as much as you can. Make sure you bend your knees as you go over. Right? Bend your knees, go over. Right? Relax. Hands circle to the front. Breathe in. Up along center line. Stretch up. Oh, stretch all the way up. Keep shoulders down, stretch out, reach out, over the hips, bend the knees, pet the cat, and roll up. And do that again. You're going to do it 6 times. This is 2. She really has figured this out. Look at her timing, right? Three more. Stretch out. Breathe. Relax as you reach out over the legs. Roll up through the spine. One vertebra at a time, stacking one on top of the next. Reach out. And last time. And elbows drop down, wrists, fingertips, hands return to your sides. So, couple things going on with the stretch besides the cat, okay? She makes me laugh. She's a good cat. Alright, so what you want to pay attention to, as you come up, breathe in. As you stretch over, breathe out. Keep the circle. That's a big circle. Right? Try to focus mostly on the shape of the circle for right now. Just work to make this a smooth and continuous and very round shape. Okay? And we'll add some of the other work that we can do through the legs and the back a little bit later. So for right now, just going to focus on this is a circle. Right, we're going to reverse that circle. Still keep the focus on a circle, except we're going to change the direction. So we're going to go inward and then up and around. Hand circle to the front, and both sides. Up along the center line, stretch up, and drop the elbows, drop the wrists, fingertips. Follow your fingertips down, roll through the spine one vertebra at a time. Yeah, and pet the cat, if you have one available. 3 more. Relax. Breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And elbows drop down, fingertips, hands return to your sides. She's my entertainment. She is. She's pretty good about that. So, yes, I'm a very good cat, and I take care of lots of things, and I like getting petted, especially during class. I had another cat some years ago who was also very fond of attending my Tai Chi and particularly my Bagua classes. She'd sit in the middle of the floor, and we could walk the circle around her. It was something different. Anyway, all right, so we have our side circles, left side, right side. I'm going to continue to face you. You're going to go to your left side. I'm going to go to my right side. Circle front. Up along the center line. Left side, your left. Stretch out over the leg, bend the knees. And up on the opposite side. Breathe out as you reach out over the legs. Extend the breath, extend the arms, keep the shoulders down. And as you come up, breathe in. Use the legs to help lift the body. And just one more time. Stop in the center. Change direction. Stretch out over the legs. Circle. Breathe in, come up. Reach out. Breathe in. One more. Elbows drop down. Wrist, fingertips, palms return, or hands return to your sides. One of the key features, one of the things that we really want to pay attention to with these stretches is that they should be smooth and continuous. It's, I was talking about this morning with Qigong, that you've got this sense of open and close, extend, pull in. And it should be natural, it should be relaxed, and it should be full. It's relaxed is, yeah, okay, I'm relaxed. No. Relaxed is, in Chinese, Fasong, I've talked about this before, it means to have energy, be ready, be alert, not be stressed about it. I'm ready for whatever I need to do. I'm relaxed. Here we go. That's fossil. Okay? So all of the movements that we're doing should have that quality of being full and relaxed and comfortable and this open and closed, which I'm doing this deliberately. So with our floor stretches, we want to do the same kind of thing. We want to apply that I'm relaxed, that circular energy. Linear things work really well, circles work better. So on the floor, okay, so both feet on the floor. So we're not doing this, this cat can't see my feet. We're not doing this, right? So both feet are on the floor. For this exercise, whichever's more comfortable is what's appropriate for you. So if you want your left foot in front, go ahead. The goal is that both feet are on the floor and both legs are flat on the floor. Now, it's not always possible to do this from the get-go, so this is the practice for it. What we want to do with this is open the hip. So take your hands, put them right behind your hip and press up. That's going to open your hip. You should feel it. And then push yourself forward just a little bit. Okay. So if your legs are on the floor and your hips are up, you can feel that space that is in between where your hip and your leg meet. So legs here, hips here. What we want to do is open that space a little bit. This exercise and the next one will help with that. Okay? So both hands press down on the knees gently. You want to do this hard, this is gentle. The more you do this, the greater the extent. So the more we do the stretch, the closer your legs will get to the floor, if they're not already there. Okay? And the further forward you'll be able to rock. So we're just going to rock back and forth a little bit, very gently. Each time, pull up more. So as I rock back, I want to think about through my abs and through my sides and through the lower back, I'm going to pull up. And as I stretch forward, I want to pull up even more and roll forward. And roll back and forward. Yeah, let's do this 2 more times. Roll back and forward and back and forward. Okay, as you get to the point that your legs are more or less flat, it's not necessary to press on them like this. You can. The next the next part of this is to actually work so that you're going over further. And this gets, you could do this. It's easier to just put your arms down, right? Because what you're working here is not the arms. You're working the legs. If your legs are already flat and you set up over your legs, you don't need to push them down anymore with your hands. You can get your hands out of the way. Nose to the floor. This is another one of those, if you're 3, this is a great exercise to do because I can go all the way over and touch my nose to the floor. And, you know, a little paint there, a little nose paint kind of stuff. But for those of us who are not 3 anymore, it's going to take a little bit more time to get the nose to the floor. Okay? This is the same kind of stretch. Right back here, so my foot's in the frame. All right, same kind of stretch. except that we've got the legs open, and so there's gonna be a lot more work done on the inside of the leg. Alright, as you roll forward, push against the legs just a little bit, just very slightly. So you've got your hands, the lower part of your leg, and you're gonna push against the leg as you stretch forward. Okay, again, this is same kind of thing. What we're trying to do with this is open the hip. Take both hands right here behind your hip, push up, let your legs stay on the floor. Now push yourself over. Again, you can feel that pretty much right along in here. Extend through the whole leg. So as you feel that stretch, extend that muscle. Don't let it bunch up. Stretch it out. Okay? And pull it into the bone. Pull it in and stretch it. Okay? So we have quite a few. Let me do this. I'm going to go ahead and do this one. We have quite a few stretches to open the hips. This is one of the areas of the body that is, particularly for adults, unless you've trained since you were a child, it's really hard to open up, but we need to open it so that we've got the energy capable of flowing through the body, through the legs, and being able to actively work the legs to do things that, well, they're special. Alright, so I've got my, right now I've got my left foot in front, and I've got my right leg bent behind me, with my knee as close to my hip as I can get it. And I'm here. Alright? And all I want to do with this stretch is to roll forward just a little bit and then come back. You should feel this up here in the hip, in the small muscles in the hip. And one more time. And then we'll do the other side. Right? Stretch forward. And roll back. And forward. And back. One more. Forward. And back. Okay. As we get more strength in the legs and more flexibility in the hips, there are opportunities to do some high work, which is to bring the legs up and do some extensions that will support other activities and are also extremely good for opening the body, opening the hip, and have really good martial applications as well. And then, okay, so we want to build that strength in the lower body and the connection with the upper body. I showed another stretch. Let's do this. It's with the heel up and the back leg bent. Alright, so back leg is bent, in this case my right leg, left leg is front, the heel is up. So we're going to stretch out over the leg, pull up through the abs, stretch out over the leg, and come on up. You can feel this in the back of the leg, particularly the back of the leg, the back of the front leg, right along in here. One more time. Okay. And drop down. And change leg. Breathe in, pull up, stretch out, over the leg. Reach out over the leg, grab the toes, pull up. We're going to do 2 more. Stretch out. One more time. Elbows drop down, wrists, hands return to your sides. Okay, with this exercise, we also have a walking version of this. I'm going to go across this way for a second. So, start out the same. I'm going to start here, right? And stretch out over the leg. As I come up, I'm going to change to the other leg. And step forward. Okay, it takes a little bit more effort. If we're just standing here, right? Once you get your legs solid, you can keep it there and you can keep your balance. And even if it's a little bit rocky, you're still going to be okay. When you start moving with this, if you don't have your balance as you transition to the next step, you'll wobble. There's no other, practice will help with that. So I'm here, I'm going to circle down, and right about here where I should be coming forward, I've got this discussion going on with my weight. My weight's forward here, but I need to go here, and if I do that, then I'm going to fall over, and what do I do with that, right? So I'm here. It's absolutely essential at this point to hold in the back of the supporting leg. Hold here. As you turn, take that and move it to the other leg so that you can step through. Okay? It's a skill. It's not a, now I know what I'm supposed to do, I can do it kind of a thing. It's a, now I know what I'm supposed to do, I can practice it kind of a thing. So the more we do this, the easier it will be for you to do that move, to do that stretch. Stretches contribute, again, to a lot of things that we might do or want to do in any of our martial arts forms, any of our Qigong sets. The more flexibility you have, the easier it is to circulate the Qi. Even if that flexibility is small, if it's moving, right? Here's a movement. If I'm doing this movement, my Qi is flowing. If I'm doing this movement, I've got some Qi flowing. If I'm doing, maybe not, okay? So, or if I'm just here, nothing's moving, nothing's moving. So even in just a little bit is good. More, gives you a greater range of movement, right? Not everybody needs that. Not everybody wants that. So a little bit is good. More is fine, as long as you're within what's correct for this particular move or this particular stretch or whatever that happens to be. So correct means that your knees are always going to go over your toes when they bend. Always. They don't, you don't go this way, you don't go this way. Always straight over your toes. Talk about the knees and the legs. Oh, a lot more. I'm going to stop here for today. Thank you for coming, and I will see y'all next week for Tai Chi on Monday morning, and then our mid-morning stretch. Thanks.